Pertaining to Bermuda, I think Bermuda has a real trash problem. We have done a lot of cleanups with Bermuda's love, and we have found a lot of trash in the trees and the bushes.
I would say my most pressing concern is air pollution and, more importantly, climate change. I mean, the atmosphere and the ocean has become overloaded with carbon due to deforestation and burning of fossil fuels, etc. And the Earth's temperature has risen, and in only years it will become irreversible, and the impacts of something like that is something that will affect all of us globally.
I think my most pressing concerns about nature and the environment is the amount of single-use plastic used and disposed of incorrectly, and how it harms the environment and animals.
My most pressing concerns is that people don't care enough anymore about nature. And when I say people, I just mean like maybe major corporations and different things, and it might get destroyed one day.
In general, my most pressing concern is carbon emissions. Right now we're emitting at levels that we're exceeding the levels that we should be emitting at, and we've been emitting at those levels for years. And carbon emissions are causing so many other issues in our environment, such as ocean acidification and air pollution, and those are hurting even more marginalized groups. So in general, I think that's one of the things we should be addressing first as a general population.
As humans, we consume way too much, and then we end up wasting a lot of our products that we consume, and that usually affects the environment in a very bad way, and we usually end up dumping them, and they end up in the ocean or just anywhere and just rot.
It really amounts to the education and really talking to people our age and other people in our communities to let them know that this is a problem. Most people, I don't think, really realize the amount of trash and pollution that we generate, and that really ends up in our neighborhoods, in our trees, in our ocean. And I think we really need to take responsibility for that. And in doing so, the best way to take responsibility is to really show people or educate them to take responsibility. And that, I think, is what we as young people can really do to help the environment in Bermuda.
I'm most proud of, I think, I've reduced my consumption rate a lot, especially like in terms of fast fashion and buying clothes, just because, and also like things I don't need, because I've realized that it comes from somewhere, it takes from somewhere, and eventually I might get rid of it, and that's going to become waste. So I'm most proud of that.
I would say the trash cleanups at Bermuda is love. That's the only environmental things that we do with our organization. So I would say that's one of the main things.
I would say that I'm most proudest of joining Greenrock. I think it's such a great organization, and being able to meet so many other people that also care about the environment and grew up caring about the environment and are teaching other people to care about the environment. It's really important to me. Also, when I was younger, I used to write letters to politicians in my mother's hometown, and being able to see other young people also grow up, and through Greenrock being able to express their opinions about the environment and being able to share their voices just the way I'm doing right now is really important to me, and I'm glad that's happening. So I think that I'm most proud of that.
Probably our upcycling event. We host a clothing drive at Bermuda's Love, and we also hold a free clothing giveaway. And after those events, we usually have an upcycling event where we take things that are already used and we try to upscale them. So for instance, we'll bleach them, we'll dye them, just breathe new life into old clothing, which people usually would throw away. So that will be my most proud thing that we've done as Bermuda's Love.
I think the most important thing for our generation to do is spread awareness and definitely lobby for there to be more incentives for people to live more sustainably, to drive electric vehicles, to avoid single-use plastics, install solar panels. I mean, we need to incorporate sustainability into our everyday lives, because the only way that we're going to have a real effect on these issues is to make it a standard and not just a second thought.